feel like the price is right. I made a little microphone so we can talk into. Hello, it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and I am here today with Barb. You've been requesting her presence, and I brought, she brought lots of things to show you today. Just a small assortment of things she's picked up at auctions and yard sales, and I don't know where else. Lots of places that I'm just, yeah. So let's get started right now. What do you want to start with?
How about the cookie jar?
Cookie jar right in front of me. So tell us a little bit about this. I'll let you hold it because I have only one hand.
This is a 1950s cookie jar, and it's by Napco. It does not have the label, but I was able to find that. And it's called Cookies All Over. So it has cookies all over.
It does.
And it has a little walnut on the top. So this was, I found this a few days ago at Goodwill, and it was $6. And I thought it was in good shape, but then I noticed a little crack here on the walnut, unfortunately, and also a couple little type of surface cracks on it. Nothing major, but it also has some of this brown crazing on the inside. But overall, I'm still happy I got it. I think it could still sell pretty well.
On Etsy?
Yeah, I think so.
What do they sell for if they're in perfect shape?
I feel like I saw some sold on eBay that were around 100, some of them, maybe 75.
Wow.
But I do like it also, but it's hard to convince myself to sell it. Once I start seeing the little boo-boos, then I say, hey, well, maybe I just need to keep it. But
yeah, then, okay. So in the state that it's in now, you think it's probably worth, what, about 40 or 50?
Yeah, I was thinking around there. So.
Yeah. Oh, what's your shop name? I've gotten lots of questions in the comments about this. She does have a shop on Etsy, and
it's Winking Owl Antiques.
Okay, I'll put a description in. I'll put a link in the description.
And I do not list a lot of items quickly. I'm busy with my kids, and it's more of a hobby right now. But if you see something that I show that you're interested in, I am hoping to get most of these items listed in the next few weeks. So.
I don't know if you're going to keep any of these.
Yes, there's going to be a couple things here that I'm keeping.
Oh, I know one thing for sure,
yes.
Which I'm super excited about.
Get that.
I really can't pick this up with one hand.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Now, which way do you want to go?
Well, we could go that
Let's
way.
go to this vase. This is a really fun pink vase right here.
Kind of a peachy pink.
Peach. It reminds me of the 80s, but this is from when?
This is from the early 1900s. I believe, because it has the Royal Nippon. Would they be able to see it if I hold it closer?
No,
okay.
But I'm going to do some little pictures of it.
Okay.
Royal Nippon, it's a green stamp, and it dates to a little after 1906 and onward. So it's really pretty, though. It has the two handles on the sides here, really fun. Has this, I don't know, Asian kind of inspiration going on. And it does have some gold that's worn away in the handle itself. But
you can see it down there, but then it's worn off at the top.
It's really pretty. All of the is it hand painted?
I think so.
Yeah.
And this was from a yard sale here in town that I actually ran into Jeffrey at. We were not planning to go together, and we just ran into each other. But
she was there first, and yeah, I got a couple tables out of it, side tables. Yeah. So, okay, there's that. This is actually a really fun find that you picked up at Savers.
Yes.
Savers of all places,
Savers.
Which I don't usually go to because around here our Savers is very expensive on a lot of things. So that was good find.
Yeah, it's a little hen or chicken cookie jar by Morton Pottery, and it is adorable. And I would like to keep it, but I will probably be selling it.
It's a
like
good
most
one.
Things.
Yeah.
It doesn't have. Some of them have a lot of paint rubbed off, and this one is pretty good. It's got a little bit of the red there.
The cold painted red and yellow. Is that under the glazed yellow? I think so.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, but it's in really good shape, I mean, considering. So this is from around, like, what, the
40s, I wanted to say?
Yeah.
I'm not positive on that. No mark on the bottom, but I looked it up. And
Morton, Illinois. But it's in really good shape, I think. And you paid, what was it, $6?
I believe it was either $6 or $7.
That's a great price for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. This will also be going on Etsy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit.
Okay. We can't get the lid on. Nope, still didn't get it. There we go.
Okay. Let's get this big cat, the Siamese cat figurine.
This I found a couple weeks ago at Goodwill, and it was just its size. I noticed it right away. I like it because of its size. It's probably about, I want to say around 12 or 13 inches tall, I think.
I would say on the taller end, yeah.
Okay, yeah, and it's made in Japan, and it had a little bit of a sticker there. We figured out finally what that was, but
Finally.
now I forgot already.
Our own imports.
Oh yes, our own imports. So
OUR.
yes,
Like
that's
our.
right, our.
But it's a tiny little bit of a sticker. I'll show you a picture of that, but it's like, it was messing with our heads, both of our heads, because it's like, this looks so familiar. But because we see all these different import stickers, and there was a ton of them in the 60s. But yeah, really like that one a lot. And is that going online, or is...
Yes.
I don't think any of this is currently on your Etsy.
It is not.
Okay.
But it will be, I promise.
Yeah, that's nice. Let's do this California pottery tidbit tray.
Yes. A very cute little pink California pottery tidbit tray.
With gold.
This I got intending to keep it. We were at an auction, and I ended up bidding a little higher than I was going to. Do you remember what I bid? Because I think it was either $9 to $12, somewhere in there.
It was probably.
Yeah. So...
yeah, because we were thinking it might not go for very much, or I was thinking this. And yet there's always one person there that has to screw it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really pretty, and it's pink, which is a great color, and it has the gold accenting on there, and it does say Made in California, USA on the bottom.
Made in California, USA.
It's embossed around the inner rim there.
So I was thinking I might go ahead and sell this because I unfortunately couldn't find a good spot for it. And I think I was thinking around like 25 to 35 I was going to try for. So
yeah, I would agree. Really pretty. This next piece here is kind of confusing. I mean, Asian, Middle Eastern stuff is not our wheelhouse at all. And this is no exception, but it is this little vase, or larger vase. Really interesting. It is marked on the bottom, but as we cannot read Chinese, it doesn't really help. So, or...
I actually did find a picture of that symbol, though. So
and what was it saying?
It basically says that it's old, but I don't know how old.
It translates to, this is old.
we'll have to, maybe you can insert that picture, because I can't remember exactly what it translates to. But yeah, so this was also found at the yard sale as the same as the Royal Nippon vase. And so I don't know. Some of these seem really old and valuable. I'm guessing it's not quite that old, but it's got the dragon and little Buddhas there, and pretty bird on that side.
It's like a really nice line work, and then the coloring is done inside of it, but you can feel the texturing on, like, as you...
Yeah, you can feel that. So, and that's about, I think both the vases were around like 12 or 13 inches tall, so...
How much was each of those, though, at the yard sale?
The peach one, I believe, was probably $3, either 2 or 3. And then this one was free, because that's when I went back by their house a few days later. I did not buy this the first time. And they had everything sitting in like the corner of their yard. And I asked, is that going to the junk? And they said yes. So I took it.
Wow. Okay, we got a really cool clock coming up, and this one is very unique looking, but unfortunately it doesn't work, which is the story of her life and mine too, pretty much. Okay. But it's this box clock. It's a mantle clock, right? Or a...
Yes, they call it a mantle clock, but I did see some of the listings say that it actually has a cuckoo movement in it.
Well, we would be able to notice that, right, inside? Well, you mean it goes cuckoo?
No, it doesn't, but
what's
they
a
were
cuckoo
calling
movement?
it that. I don't know. I thought maybe you knew, but it's just a regular little mantle clock movement, I would say. Let's see if I can turn it around without dropping it. I think it's just a regular mantle clock.
Yeah, I don't know why they would say a cuckoo movement.
There is some information on the papers in there, but it wasn't anything too exciting. I think it had something about the 1950s on it. So
it's really nice. So this dark wood, it has this real mid-century, obviously like mid-century, this fun
The legs,
numbers.
the little feeder on it are cute. I don't know how well we can see that, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's really nice. And you paid how much for that?
$10.
$10, and it doesn't work. And obviously clocks are kind of tricky, even if you want to try to get them to work. So I was thinking it could be converted to a quartz movement, and then at least you would have a working clock. Or if you really want to tackle trying to get this to work, good luck. I have looked into having clocks repaired, cuckoo clocks, and they cost over $100, like $100, $200. And at a certain point, it's hardly worth it, you know.
Yeah.
So
we forgot to mention the brand. It's right under the 12. It says Style King.
Yeah. So this has been really, it's alligatored quite a bit from sunlight and everything. But it's all in all a really unique clock.
Yeah.
Are you selling this one? I couldn't remember.
Well, I'm not sure. Don't know yet.
We'll see.
Maybe once some things are not for sale, but then they eventually will become for sale because get more things that I want to keep. So.
That's life.
Yep. Well.
Do you want to do the picture?
Okay.
Okay. This picture, it was in an auction video that we did. It's the schoolhouse scene, and they're all running out. I guess school's out now. And it actually is titled, School's Out. Yes. So it's by, how do you pronounce his name?
I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like Detelfsen. Like Detelfsen.
Yeah. So it's dating to about the 50s or the 60s. And it's just a really cool scene. I like it a lot. And it has the frame.
It has a place where it's coming. Where is that?
On the back.
It's the frame. It's kind of coming out of there, but
yeah,
that's the only issue, I think. But
it's cool. I like it a lot. And these sell for anywhere between about $15 and $30. So it's kind of all over the place based on condition. It's a lithograph as well. So it's pretty cool. But that'll be going in your collection, right? I mean, you kind of have, I don't know if that's called a collection, what you've got, but a grouping of things that are similar.
That's true. Because I do have the school items. I haven't been buying as much of that stuff, but it'll probably go in there, yeah.
It's unique. It'll go in there for a while, and then eventually, could be online. Yeah. Time for Buddha?
Okay.
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 This is really cool, and it's something that is on the older side.
Yes. From what I could find, the 1920s, and the brand or maker is called Van Tynes. I don't know if that'll show up, but
it's embossed on the bottom in kind of a script cursive written right here. Van Tynes.
And the little amber glass little hat comes off. It's got a couple chips on it, but it is very old. I found this at a yard sale for $1, and it was actually a yard sale in my neighborhood, and I didn't think that it was anything, but then I kept thinking about it, and I looked it up, and there's a couple listed on eBay for $95, which I don't think they're gonna get. So yeah, what did we say? We were thinking more like $30,
$35, $40 at the most.
Yeah.
This would have held bath salts.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and it is from the 20s, probably at the latest, because by then that company had pretty much fizzled out. And what was that story? Someone bought it, and he turned it into a drug ring or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something strange.
It was something odd. So, but the guy that started this business was right around 1870s or so. So it had a really old. I mean, it's an older company, and they traded in Middle Eastern type decoration, so incense and things like that. So this would have held bath salts. Really cool, though.
When I saw it, though, part of the reason I didn't get it was even though it said this Van Tynes, when I see these things, I think Avon. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like most of the time when you see bottles like this, I feel like they're Avon and stuff. So that's why I didn't think anything of it.
Avon really ruined it. I mean,
sorry if there's Avon collectors out there. But,
well, there are, and they actually do collect those little cologne bottles, and hey, buy them cheap, I guess. Maybe they'll be worth a lot of money in 100 years.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's time for this really amazing quilt. Yeah.
Okay, so this was just purchased yesterday at an auction, and I was supposed to be having 2 baseball games for my son, but they got rained out. So I thought, hey, I'm going to go check out this auction because I had tried to get one of these at an auction that we attended a couple weeks ago. Did you show a picture of that one on that video? I can't remember.
I showed it,
you
but
talked
it
about
was kind of folded up like this. It's called Grandma's Flower Garden.
I don't know how I should exactly do this, but
well, that's good enough. But this one is in pretty good shape, right?
yes, I didn't find like any rips. It's obviously got some like fading a little bit from wash wear, and then it has a couple of stains, but they are not bad.
What size is this?
Well, I tried my best to measure it while it was on the bed, and it's approximately 70 by 75. So I'm not exactly sure if it's when you just open it up and like it's bigger than a throw blanket is what I'm trying to say. I think it could be used on a twin or a full bed, but I'm not sure if it's as long as it necessarily should be for a bed. But
yeah. So the quilt at the auction sold for $120. She dropped out at $110. And this one, did you say how much this one was yet?
no, I didn't.
Oh boy.
Well, this one was $35 I got it for, and this auction was actually an auction that had only quilts and quilting material, and then it also had a whole section of old toys. That's all that was at this auction. So I did not think it was going to be promising since there were so many quilts and people were there to buy quilts. But for some reason, they seem to be more, I didn't tell you this, they seem to be more interested in like bigger, newer, newly quilted quilts is how I would put it. Like still handmade, but the ones that did not show as much like, that
character.
aren't. Yeah, basically. So
But were there a lot of quilts? How many quilts were there?
I believe it said approximately 75.
Wow. And were you watching the solds of many others besides this one?
Well, I had my daughter with me, and this was her first auction. I don't think I told you that I brought her Aria. And so she was under the table playing, watching YouTube, but she did all right. But we didn't stay for too many more because, honestly, some of them were going for low prices, and I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money. I was just happy to get this one. So
wow. $30 is amazing. And because there's no tears, just a few like little stains. Have you tried to get the stains out?
Well, I sprayed them and I washed it, but
I have that way, I have a solution.
Yeah, I could try.
Soaking it.
I wasn't that worried about it because I was just planning on basically
I
folded it and laid it at the end of our bed, and it looks nice there, but then if I can ever find a quilt cabinet, then
oh yeah, I want one too.
Yeah. We'll be fighting over the first good one we see.
It's no fun having quilts just put in a drawer and not being able to see them.
Right.
So okay, there's something super cool behind us, and it's probably the thing that's worth the most, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Allegedly. And it's by Corbell. Is that his name?
Cobell.
Cobell.
It's Charles Cobell. Cobelle.
Yes. And it's right here.
Should I pick it up?
No.
Okay.
I'll do a little screen show of this. Okay. Screen show? It is called
Mermaids by the Marina.
Yeah, that's a tongue twister. Mermaids by the Marina by Cobell. And it is a lithograph. Really cool. I'm not sure when this was made. They sell for about $200 pretty regularly, like when they do sell. So that'll be interesting. So I guess she's going to decide what you want to do with it.
Well, I usually would not be interested in shipping something like that, but I guess I should try it. It's the same with a collection of lamps that I'm accumulating that need to go somewhere, but I'm afraid to ship them. So
I think we have to have a lamp haul.
I don't know.
So yeah, crazy lamp lady, you need to stop because she's getting.
Yes, I buy everything that Jocelyn likes. If she likes it, I like it. It's just the way it is.
Lamps weren't even on your radar
no,
like a year ago.
Well, they're big, and I'm afraid of vintage wiring, but I now have like 4 of them plugged in, so I hope the house doesn't burn down.
Yeah, you were afraid of plugging in. She was afraid of plugging anything in that was like from the 50s or 60s. Even if the cord looked completely fine, it was like, is this safe? Can I use this? Yeah. Okay, but I think wait a minute. I forgot the fabric.
That is hiding over there.
Okay. These are embroidered, and what are they, like dish towels?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I would say so.
I don't know. I don't think I was with you. Oh, yeah, I was with
you.
How much were these?
Oh, that's when that guy started bidding, and I had to pay $9 or $10.
That was annoying.
Everything was going for like $1 or $2, right? That we were getting everything for that, like a box full of stuff. And then the guy decided to bid on these, but I don't know. I thought they were cute. Little vintage, not tea towels, you wouldn't call it, right? Dish towels.
Dish towels.
Yeah. And so the first one says yearning, and then love, and proposal, and wedding. So I thought those were really cute. And they seem to be in really good shape.
Did you buy these for you?
No.
Oh, to sell?
I'll sell them.
But I don't know if these were like a kit or, I mean,
know.
I would almost imagine because you'd have the pattern and then you'd want to embroider them all. So maybe an old kit.
I did see a set similar that had either sold or was listed. I can't remember, but yeah. I think it was fairly, it had a fairly high price on it, but I don't know what I'm going to list these for, but I thought
I would think somewhere around 30, 35.
they had a lot more than that. I'll just
Really?
say that. I remember it was like, I think it was double that, but that was probably not a sold, so.
Wow. Okay. I'll look it up. We'll look it up and put it in the, right here, right in the video. But, wow. Okay. So this is a lot of interesting things here. And I just thought it'd be fun if she showed a little bit of what she has going on. She has a ton more. And yeah, some of the stuff that she's picking up, I'm putting in my booth, and some of it's going online. So
And
yeah.
a lot of it's just sitting in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a problem, but.
Could be. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye. Oh boy.